The woman became pregnant and tied herself to the heir of a wealthy family. When the man saw his wife frown slightly, he immediately scolded their child. "Mom is tired. You need to behave." 5 years passed quickly. One morning the father refused to play with his son. Too lazy to care, he just wanted to sleep, accidentally breaking the child's favorite toy, snapping it in two. Grandfather tried to fix it for a long time but failed. Sophie lost patience and scolded her son. Grandmother rushed over, promising to buy him a new one at the mall. She spoiled her only grandson endlessly. The chairman felt his body growing weaker. He wanted, while still able, to take the whole family on a world trip. He decided to let his nephew handle the company temporarily. Paul didn't want to go. He thought traveling with family was more tiring than work, but he dared not disobey his father, so he reluctantly agreed. Martin was called back to Seoul. The boy met his uncle for the first time, and asked Grandma why he had never seen him before. Madame spoke without restraint, telling her grandson to be wary of that uncle. The younger sister-in-law clenched her teeth in anger, begging her sister not to speak carelessly. She said her son left only to forget a broken heart. Sophie was content with her current life, though her husband was still restless. He cared deeply for their son. Hearing them chatter together made her feel happy. The next day at the airport, Sophie realized her passport had expired. The boy cried loudly in panic. He wanted to travel with his mom, but the plane couldn't wait, so they parted in tears. Sophie felt uneasy inside. She never imagined this farewell would be forever. 3 hours later, she received a call from her husband's cousin. The chairman's plane had crashed. Shocked, she turned to the news broadcast. The whole family was gone. Sophie was on the verge of collapse. Holding her child's toy, she burst into tears, wishing it were only a dream. Her heart felt as if it had been torn apart. Her family rushed over to check on her, but the grief left her deaf to their words. The old lady begged her children to stop arguing. Why did her daughter share her same tragic fate? The entire family was shrouded in sorrow. The poor man, once abandoned by a rich woman, turned bitter, recalling the lawyer's words from earlier. He couldn't stand the thought of billions going to his cousin's widow. By coincidence, the lawyer was Sophie's high school classmate. He approached her to discuss the inheritance. Sophie's face was pale and lifeless. She told him to speak with Martin instead. The lawyer left a business card in silence. Years later, the heiress, who had married and moved on, finally reconciled with Sophie, and warned her to watch out for her ex-boyfriend. Taking advantage of the tragedy, he had already made himself acting chairman.